In the heart of Zululand, where the sun rises over rolling hills and lush greenery, lies a village untouched by time. Here, the people live in harmony, their vibrant traditions woven into the fabric of daily life. But beneath the surface of this tranquil dawn, a storm is brewing, one that will change their world forever. Among them is Nomzamo, a young woman with a deep connection to the land. As she tends to her mother's garden, a strange unease stirs within her, a whisper of something ancient and foreboding. The village elders gather, their faces etched with worry. They speak of omens, signs that the gods themselves are restless. Nomzamo listens from the shadows, her heart heavy with questions. Above the village, the sky darkens, unnatural clouds swirl and lightning cracks the heavens. Nomzamo watches, her unease growing. The gods are stirring, and their anger is written across the sky. That night, Nomzamo dreams. The spirits of her ancestors appear, their voices urgent. They speak of a coming chaos, a war that will pit God against God and mortal against mortal. Nomzamo awakens with a resolve stronger than steel. She dons her traditional attire, a symbol of her heritage and strength. The day of reckoning is near, and she must be ready. Meanwhile, the young warriors gather. Among them is Mbali, fierce and loyal, but torn between duty and ambition. They speak of the strange signs, their voices tinged with both fear and excitement. Mbali raises his spear, his voice echoing through the clearing. "We must prepare for battle," he declares, but the elders' warnings linger in the air, unheeded. From the heavens, Zola, the goddess of nature, descends. Her voice is a soothing melody, urging peace. "Do not let anger consume you," she implores, but her words fall on deaf ears. High above, Nkosana, the god of war, rallies his followers. His eyes burn with ambition, his heart consumed by the desire for power. "The time for peace is over," he roars. "The time for war has come." The gods themselves are divided. Zola pleads for calm, while Nkosana's rage grows. The celestial realm trembles under the weight of their conflict. In a hidden cave, an ancient prophecy is revealed. It speaks of a mortal who will stand between the gods, a bridge between worlds. The elders whisper Nomzamo's name. Nomzamo seeks guidance from the village elder. Her heart is heavy, but her spirit is unyielding. She knows her role is greater than she ever imagined. The villagers prepare for the unknown. Supplies are gathered, weapons sharpened. The air is thick with tension as the storm draws nearer. Mbali stands at a crossroads. Loyalty to his people pulls him one way, while Nkosana's call to glory pulls him another. His heart is torn, and the weight of his decision is crushing. The elders plead for peace, but their warnings are ignored. The young are eager for battle, their hearts clouded by pride and fear. Zola tries to calm the storm, but nature itself rebels. The wind howls, the rain lashes, and the earth trembles. The god's anger is mirrored in the elements. In the forest, Mbali and his warriors face Nkosana's followers. The air is thick with tension, the silence broken only by the clang of steel and the crackle of lightning. Mbali and Nkosana confront each other, their ideals colliding like thunder. Honor and ambition clash, and the forest itself seems to hold its breath. Nomzamo steps forward, her voice cutting through the chaos. "This is not the way," she cries. Her words are a beacon of hope in the storm. The skirmish erupts into full-blown battle. Warriors clash, their cries echoing through the forest. The gods' conflict spills into the mortal world, and destruction follows. Zola appears, her presence a calming force. "Stop this madness," she pleads, but the storm rages on, and her words are drowned in the chaos. Nkosana unleashes his fury, summoning a bolt of lightning that splits the sky. The god's power is unleashed, and the world trembles beneath their might. The villagers flee as lightning strikes their homes. The god's war has come to their doorstep, and the cost is too great to bear. Nomzamo stands tall, her voice ringing out over the chaos. "We must stand together," she declares. Her courage ignites a spark of hope in the hearts of her people. The warriors pause, their weapons lowering as Nomzamo's words sink in. For a moment, the storm seems to quiet, and the possibility of peace hangs in the air. Zola stands beside Nomzamo, her power merging with the young woman's resolve. Together, they are a force to be reckoned with, a beacon of light in the darkness. Nomzamo feels the weight of her destiny. Her ancestors surround her, their whispers guiding her path. She knows what must be done. Nkosana sneers, his voice dripping with contempt. "You are but a mortal," he says. "What can you do against the gods?" Nomzamo meets his gaze, unflinching. "I am the bridge between worlds," she declares, "and I will bring balance to this chaos." Mbali watches, torn between loyalty and ambition. The battle within him rages as fiercely as the storm around him. In the shadows, Thulani, the god of deceit, stirs. His cunning smile hints at the betrayal to come as he manipulates the threads of fate. Nomzamo closes her eyes, the voices of her ancestors guiding her. Their wisdom fills her heart, and she knows the path she must take. Zola makes one last plea to Nkosana. "Do not let your pride destroy us all," she begs, but his heart is hardened and his resolve unshaken. The first strike is made, and chaos erupts. Warriors clash, their cries echoing through the forest. The gods' war has begun, and the world will never be the same. Nomzamo's power awakens, a radiant light that forces the combatants to pause. Her strength is undeniable, and her resolve unbreakable. Nkosana unleashes his fury, a bolt of lightning aimed at Nomzamo. The sky itself seems to shatter as the god's power is unleashed. Zola steps in, her power shielding Nomzamo from the strike. The two stand together, united against the storm. For a moment, the fighting stops. The warriors lower their weapons, their eyes fixed on Nomzamo and Zola. The storm quiets, and the world holds its breath. Nkosana stands tall, his eyes blazing with defiance. "This is not over," he vows. The storm gathers once more, and the final battle looms on the horizon.